that'll be no good if we don't do the old record. And I'll bring you on screen now as well. So thanks for joining us.
No worries. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm sound, mate. I'm sound. I'll tell you what. Well, introduce yourself and the band.
Okay, I'm Laurie. I'm the frontman of the Barefoot Bandit, and we are a heavyweight ensemble playing reggae and dub music and a bit of world music as well. We're from Devon.
I've said it before, the epicentre of reggae, Devon. So first place you think of for reggae. Tell you what, man, the sound is phenomenal. I love the sound, the tracks, because it was Tony Baldwin because you're actually on Summerfest as well, aren't you? Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to him about doing the festival, he went, "You need to check out the Barefoot Bandits. They're going to be opening up on the Sunday," and I went and listened to it. I was like, "Great!" So we've been spinning your stuff on the station, and it's gone down a treat. It's really good, really good.
Thank you.
Really good vibe, man.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, we love it. Well, we always say it. It's quite obvious. We don't have just anybody on the. I don't have anyone on the show. Time's too precious, so I don't have decent bands on. But you are brilliant. And I've been really looking forward to speaking to you guys. I've done a few now, and you've ones that I wanted to get on the show. There's a couple of others, but yeah, I really wanted to chat to you because the sound, the vibe, and everything you're doing is just bang on.
Nice one. Cheers, Kev.
And so what we're going to do, we'll have a bit of a chat. It's an informal conversation. That's what these are, getting to know you a bit. And I've got 3 or 4 tracks to play, got some videos. So whilst the videos are on, we'll be off screen, so you're okay. And you won't be able to see them, but unless you're watching it on Mixcloud Live, then you'll be able to watch it then.
Okay.
And if you watch it on YouTube, thanks very much, or wherever. But yeah, we're going to go through it. We will have some questions. If you're on Mixcloud, please drop your questions in the feed, and we'll have the usual. We've got a couple of ones that we ask every time that our stupid presenters give to us. One's Eddie King. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, how did you all form then, and how did you get into reggae in Devon?
Well, my dad's from the Black Country and Midlands area, so I grew up listening to a lot of Bob Marley and also Steel Pulse, people like that.
Yeah.
The Specials, the beat, he was a massive two-tone head, really. And I like the slower sort of vibe of things, really, the dubbier sort of side of things. But I love all sorts of reggae and ska anyway. But yeah, I was brought up listening to that. And then I decided to form a band when I was about 18, I think.
Yeah.
Started as a 3-piece, just playing in pubs and stuff, reggae covers. And no one else was doing that around here. So, yeah, we got lots of gigs and lots of people because it was different than your old sort of pub rockers band.
Yeah.
And then, I moved to Brighton, got some other people involved, ended up playing Glastonbury and other festivals. And then, we've just been going strong now for a long time. So, yeah.
No, it's good. It really is. And you're right. Your dad, I like the fact that your dad's into that two-tone stuff. And I love to. The first thing I got into back in the day, because I'm of a certain age, was the old two-tone. When I started to hear that, the beat and the Specials and some of the other bands, I was like, oh my God, this is just amazing. Obviously, Marley was about. We all grew up with a bit of Marley, but I love dub. And I know Dan Evans, who does the reggae show on a Thursday night, 6 p.m, live on Duggystoneradio and Mixcloud. There's a plug for him. However, not tomorrow's night because I'm taking over by mistake. But anyway, Dan loves his dub vibe, and I do. There's just something about it. And I'm so pleased that you're opening up Summerfest. I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah, we can't wait. I mean, like, when we saw that come through with our booking agent, Hannah, we were like, whoa. That's a big show. So one to look forward after all of this COVID stuff, like just stuck indoors doing nothing. So
exactly. Yeah. And that day starts with you guys and just goes on and on and on. And any of those acts on that day, on the Sunday, oh God, we've lost looks like we've lost our feed to Mixcloud.
Oh really?
Yeah. Says we have, but we'll keep recording anyway. Yeah, that day is a monster day, back to back goodness all the way through the day, and you'll like the DJs that are pulling it together. They're called the Dub Defenders. Recorded anyway. Yeah, that day is a monster day, back to back. Yeah, the Dub Defenders, they're awesome as well. So that if you like your dub, you'll be all right with them.
I'll be there. Yeah, definitely.
Don't tell anybody, but I'm going to be on. I'll probably be on the stage on the Sunday because I know the Dub Defenders, so they don't know it yet.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to be on there. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll wait for some questions to come up, and hopefully the internet won't disconnect us. I'm going to play.
Okay.
We're going to play the official video from you guys, Hard Life, which is there a story behind it, or is it just generally? That's the name of the track.
Like I wrote that song a long time ago now, so it's just about trying to make your mark in the music game and the hard troubles it brings, basically. Trying to get your name out there.
I'm with you and me both, mate. But you tell you what, you're going in the right direction. Yeah, see, that's the frustration here. You sit there and you think, oh my God, what's going on? I'm producing all this content. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that. What's going on? But it is so tough, isn't it? So tough.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right, let's have this track anyway. We'll be right back after this, people.
Everybody's chasing their starlight right in front of their eyes. We gotta keep on pushing on. It takes time, right? And me and you know that it's our life, our chance to shine. We can never give in. It's a hard life. Everybody's chasing that starlight right in front of their eyes. We gotta keep on pushing on. It takes time, right? And me and you know that it's our life, our chance to shine. We can never give best comes first and they took out the worst. Gotta keep on pushing, forget about the curse. Ride the wave back right to the shoreline. It's gonna happen soon, it's a matter of time. Reeling the good, control the temptation. Keeping things good is my meditation. You know it's easy to put yourself down, but pick yourself up, take a trip out to town. Hard life, everybody's chasing their starlight right in front of their eyes. We gotta keep on pushing on. It takes time, right? And me and you know that it's our life, our chance to shine. We can never give in.
You're about no more, there's future in store. For those who leave, life holds much more. Destiny is an entity, it will guide you through what it's meant to be. It's been and done, can't change what's begun. Game is set like a loaded gun, you won't fit the ocean in a glass. Insecurity lurks in the past. Am I just killing time or is time just killing me? The hours on the clock will never catch up to me. I'm a realist in a world where no one else is really real. No one else feels anything when there's nothing left to feel.
It's a hard life, everybody's chasing their starlight right in front of their eyes. We gotta keep on pushing on. It takes time, right? And me and you know that it's our life, our chance to shine. We can never give in.
Oh! And that, my friends, is how to produce a track. That's awesome, man. Oh, absolutely awesome. I just love it. I just love it. It's just got everything. It's just uplifting. Love it. Well done. Very, very, very well done.
Nice one.
Great sound. Great sound. And yeah, love it, mate. Love it. Right, let's go. I've lost track of where I was at then. I was enjoying it too much. Have we got any questions from anyone? I think a couple of people lost us before. That's one of our standard questions from the gonk that is Eddie King, one of our presenters and directors of the company. He says, always ask, have you got a tour van? And if you've got a tour van, what kind of tour van have you got?
Yeah, we have got a tour van. We have got a Ford Transit old service van that we bought and just stripped out all the old cabinets and stuff that were in it. And we started doing it up in the middle of lockdown, but it's kind of a work in progress because we need to get some more seats in there because the band has expanded a little bit. Our crew, sometimes there's 10 of us going to a show, so we've got 6 seats at the minute. Sometimes we have to take 2 vehicles, which isn't ideal, so we need to get some more seats in it, but hopefully that happens soon. It's got nice lights in it though.
You could go all deli on us and have the other band members on the roof, don't you? They could hang on the motorway.
Just a brass section.
See, the transit van, that back in the day, that was the mark of the gangsters, because you could do a lot of ram raiding with transit vans, get a lot of gear in them as well, so
yeah.
Excellent.
I've heard they go for a long time anyway. So
they're great. So what's you've obviously been doing a few things. What's been the highlight so far? Was it Glastonbury?
Well, I think the last time we played Glastonbury was 2014 and the year before. So we did 2 in a row, and they were amazing. There's no other festival like it for me. I've been going since I was 17, I think, and I haven't missed one since. So
wow.
Yeah, we're not playing this year yet, but hopefully get a gig there hopefully next year.
Fantastic.
But that's one of the highlights for me. I mean, there's nothing like that. It's better than any sort of high you can get, I think, playing at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
We were lucky because we played the year the Rolling Stones played, and they were playing on the Pyramid stage, and the tent that we were playing was literally round the corner from the Pyramid stage. And we said, thanks to Keith and Mick for supporting us tonight. Because it was a great stage to have, because all of the crowds came from the Pyramid stage into our tent. And we were playing at 1 a.m, so, it was a good party.
That's awesome, man. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Well, you can actually say they supported us. They were on before us.
Yeah,
we were the main event.
Before us, yeah. Of course they were, yeah.
They finished early. We carried on 1 o'clock in the morning. That's fantastic. Yeah. So is your fan base based round you are, where at the minute? Have you got a big...
Yeah. Mainly down... We live on the coast, so we live... a few of us live in Exmouth, and then the rest of us live Exeter and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
So I was doing some stories today, just filming around the beach around here. So
nice.
Yeah, a lot of influence comes from around the natural aspect of this area, I think. But yeah, a lot of our fans are mainly based down here, and then we've got fans in London as well and Bristol. So yeah, mainly all around there. We've got a few fans in Thailand as well. Big shout out to Thailand.
Very nice, very nice. I mean, it's a great part of the world, isn't it? Devon, Cornwall is just, I love it to bits. It's phenomenal. Obviously, go down as a tourist, so I won't be seen as, I'll be a bit of a blower in it. But been going since I was a kid, and it's just one of those places that you just go back to and discover new places. There's a couple of places that we discovered over the last few years, and there's little villages and they're virtually untouched. And you think, this is nice.
Life's slow down here, but that's what I kind of like, I think. It's because with a band like us, we travel all around, so we get all the hustle and bustle from doing that. And it's nice to live down here because you've got lots of nice things to write about and a clear head.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived in Brighton for a while, and that was good because you had sort of the beach as well as the sort of craziness of being in a town/city sort of thing. But yeah, it's nice and sleepy down here, which I kind of like, I think.
Excellent. So is the band into the water sports, into surfing and all that sort of stuff? Because obviously...
a few of us are, into the surfing. I mean, I used to be in surfing, but I haven't been for a long time now. But I'm just well into my walking. I like walking on the cliffs and stuff, doing like coastal walks, you know, like a good 10-mile sort of walk. I like that sort of stuff. But yeah, a few of the band's members are into like skating and surfing as well.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, I was just telling someone to tune in. He was, I'm out at the minute. That's not good, is it? He's out about. That's not good.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah, it's the reggae. He'll get it on. He'll get it on the catch up anyway. So I just need to turn off because how's that come through? Shouldn't have got any clicks then. I've muted that. I hate that when you get them bings and bangs. So I mean, it's good to see that you've got quite a lot of content. You've got lots of music out there. So there's not. How come you you've expanded the band? What's made you have more band members, or is that support? Is that like your roadies and stuff?
I think a lot of the time, going back to like when we were playing about 6-7 years ago, we were going around as a 4-piece, just 2 guitars, bass, and drums. But I've always wanted brass in the band, and in 2019, before the lockdown stuff, we met. Trombone player called Isaac, and he sort of joined the band full time, and then he sort of brought his mates around as well and arranging the brass parts as well. So this new album that we've been working on for the last 2 years, it's got full brass on it. It just, you know, like with reggae and dub music, you just need that. You need that brass in there, I think.
Yeah, you're right because it's when you see well from the 70s and the 80s and onwards, a lot of the bands, they were like a cast of thousands. I used to look at the stage and think, how do they make any money? There's that many in the band. Whatever they get paid has got to go between 12. You know, it's 1, 2, 3. It's 12 in this band. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's hard organising that many people, but when it's all on stage and going at full pelt, it's worth it.
Yeah. Because you've
big sound.
You've got your track. Well, we'll have that on later on. We'll have that towards the end of the show. But you've got your latest track that's been released. So when's the album? Is the album out? The album's not out yet, is it?
No, the album's not out yet. We recorded it in January 2020, and we recorded it in Thailand as well. And so we were out there for like a month, and then came back, and then all the COVID stuff happened, and we were down to play some really big shows that year. Like, have you heard of NAS Festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing main stage NAS Festival. So we lost all those shows because of the pandemic stuff. And the way that we were funding the album, like we're not signed to a label or anything. So we were funding the album through all of those live shows. Yeah. And then we lost all of that. So it should have come out that year, but we've been put 2 years behind. We've just done a crowdfunder, and really generously, all of our fans have donated us the money to get that ready. So I'm hoping the whole album will be out by sort of late October, November this year. And it will literally be like a huge thing for us to get that out. Yeah. Been sitting on those songs for a long time.
So at some I'm interested because I'm going to be there. Summerfest, what are you going to be focusing on there? You're going to be putting some of your new stuff in the set, or are you going to focus on your
Definitely, yeah. We've been working on our live set a lot recently, and we've been, since we sort of were allowed to gig again, we kind of just played safe songs that we've been playing for years, you know what I mean? And then we've sort of been relearning this new album, how to play it live and how it will sound live. So yeah, there'll definitely be lots of new stuff in there, as well as some of our old tracks as well. Excellent. So yeah, it'll be really exciting to play it on a big stage as well. So
it will, most definitely, and it's a big arena as well. So it's going to be a cracking day. And the good thing about there's a bad thing about being on Stacks. It depends if everyone, because sometimes people don't turn up till later on. But I'm hoping everyone turns up bang on the start of the show, because it's a big day. But at least once that's over, you'll be able to enjoy the rest of the day, won't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's when we saw that gig, it's one thing, playing your first sort of stadium show, but then also to share the stage with some of the acts that are playing. Yeah, it'll just be an amazing thing to be at anyway. I know. I'm hoping that we're going to take a little minibus from Exmouth up to Blackburn and see if some of our hardcore fans might come and watch us in the stadium.
I'm sure they will. Yeah. And you'll see me there on the day, because I'll be coming and grabbing you and doing a live interview. I might be setting up a little TV studio there, but I'll be wandering around grabbing the acts as they're getting on stage and having a bit of a chat with them, seeing what they're up to. Awesome. It's cool. It's cool. So what other gigs have you got planned besides that then, besides Summerfest? We got a lot on.
So we have. We're just talking about some gigs that are sort of penciled in as well as some confirmed ones. Let me just have a look on here so I can remember them all. So talking about, we've got in May we've got Dart Music Festival, which is in Dartmouth down here, and we're headlining that on a Saturday, so that'll be good. And then the next one after that is in Exeter Phoenix, which is a really cool little venue actually in the middle of Exeter, and we're supporting King Hammond.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, and the Rude Boy Mafia. Yeah, I think he used to be in Bad Manners and the Selector.
Yeah.
We supported him before, and he actually asked us to support again, so that's really nice of him.
Oh, he must have liked you then. That's brilliant.
Yeah. And then the same weekend as that Summerfest in Blackburn, we've got Elderflower Fields, which is in Sussex. So we're all over the country that weekend. So that'll be well fun.
You'll be knackered at the end of that. You'll be waiting to get back to back to Devon to chill out a bit.
Yeah. Well, luckily after that we've got our hometown festival, Exmouth Festival, which is it's a really cool festival actually. It's right on the estuary here, so it's beautiful to and it's really well attended and it's completely free. And we always have a good crowd for that one. It's like 6,000 or 7,000 people turn up for that, so that'll be good. And that's also who's playing that one? Musical Youth. So
Pastor Dutch on the left hand. They were awesome when they came out. They were dead. They were really different. Obviously young sounding, but I think I've got that on single. On a final single.
So they're playing our hometown festival, which will be quite fun.
Musical oldies now. I mean, how old are they now? They've all been bumming on.
I don't know, yeah. Old enough to be playing Exmouth Festival.
Musical Youth. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to have another track now. This is Demons. And this was the track that Tony said, you've got to go and listen to Demons, see what you think of it. And I've not got the Mr. Fox on, but there's a Mr. Fox one, which is interesting, because that's a very political track, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's have this track in. We'll be right back, people. Love it.
To me now.
How good is that, people? How good is that? So, if you just join us, we're talking to Barefoot Bandits. That is awesome, mate. And you're right. You've got the you had the horn section in that track, which
yeah.
you need it. It's fantastic. It's good to add. It's good to have added it on. Definitely.
Definitely,
Love it.
definitely. It's nothing like live brass, I think.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's wonderful.
It tickles you there.
Wonderful. So we've got we've got a question. This is really cutting edge. What's what someone said? I'm not getting. Yeah. What's your favourite song to perform? That's one of them, anyway. And why? It's a two barrel question. That one.
One of my favourite songs to perform. It would have to be at the end of our set. We've got this song called "Full Moon Pressure," and it's all about whether people actually believe that they get affected by a full moon or not.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's a good one. And it's right in the middle of it. It's got a really crazy sort of samba Latino bit in it. So it's really fun to play.
Did you say that was one of your new ones?
Yeah, it's unreleased, so it'll be on this new album.
Oh, it's teasing us, people. It's teasing us. I was going to find it and play it. No, it's wonderful. It's great. I'm looking around. If people wonder why I'm looking around, I've not got 10 people helping me. I'm my own here, but I'm looking at one system that should have the updated questions on. It's not refreshing, so I'm having to look. So if you wonder why I'm looking around, that's why. Yeah, interesting stuff. This one, here we go. From Fractal Fan, he says, what's your favourite home-cooked meal?
Oh, that's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love cooking, so I don't know. I like making carbonara, actually, like the proper Italian way, like just with eggs and pepper and pecorino. But I love a good steak, and I like making a Roquefort sauce for that. Well.
Oh, very nice, very very posh. Yeah, you can say you're not from you can say you're not from Salford. That's amazing, carbonara, because a lot of people think it's got cream in a carbonara, and it's not. It's just eggs in it.
Nah, it's just eggs. Yeah.
There you go.
My girlfriend's Italian, so yeah.
Oh
so
man.
She'll,
You've dropped on that. When my wife lived with an Italian couple for a bit when she was working down in Bedford, so she's on the Italian cooking, which is great.
You have to make it their way, otherwise they'll punch you.
Well, yeah. Well, having said that, if anyone comes near my grill, my barbecue, and starts messing with that, then I get really upset.
Exactly.
My brother did it one day, was having a party, and he started to turn me burgers and my steak over. I come back, he said, turn them over. I went, why have you done that?
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm up to now. You gone, get away. Yeah. So don't mess with anybody's food. Excellent. Oh, someone said before, how many guitars have you got? You've got a lot of guitars behind you there, haven't you?
Well, my girlfriend's a musician too, so most of these are her guitars in here, actually. But probably about 40 odd in this house, I think.
Wow. So if you'll have to let us know what band she's in. We'll go and check her out. Has she got some stuff out there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
she's Charlene Soraya solo act.
Right, we'll get our street team on that. Charlene Soraya, because I've got no chance. I'll spell that wrong. I'm dyslexic and it's not good at all.
No worries.
John's been on. He does 2 shows for Live Tribe, and they're on our station. Is there an artist that you would love to work with, and if so, why?
I've always loved the work of Alex Gray. Do you know Alex Gray?
Doesn't ring a bell. I'm probably big.
Really psychedelic sort of drawings and all about like human anatomy and stuff. I'll link you to his Instagram and you'll see some of his work. It's ridiculous, yeah. But one of my favourite artists actually lives around the corner from me. He's called Malcolm Horton, and he paints murals and lots of really lovely work. He actually painted a thing for Greenpeace back in the 80s, I think it was, and it went all around the world and raised a lot of money for Greenpeace. He's a lovely guy. He's an old school hippie guy. He looks like Billy Connolly. He's from me, so yeah.
Excellent. Well, a lot of them are artists are like that. Anyway, my wife's a designer as well, and I've been around a few artists. The bizarre thing about some of the artists that I know, they create some amazing work. How much is that? We're not selling it. What do you mean? Oh, it's one of my. Yeah, it's supposed to be get it sold. You know what I mean? It's like nuts. And all artists want to do, the creatives, is just create it, and they don't want to sell it or do anything or push it. They just want to. They just want to do the craft, and that's what
it's
they
like.
It's
a classic thing, isn't it? Business art.
It's mad. It is
So
absolutely.
that's why you have to meet people that are business people as well to help you when you're trying to make art.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, you're just going to have a house full of rubbish. Have we got anything else? I'm looking for questions. Oh, while we was on the food subject a minute ago. He's not here at the minute, Dan from the Reggae Show, but he always asks this question, and it comes up every week. King size pot noodles, should they come with a king size flavour sachet? Because they come with the regular. That's the big debate.
Yeah, they should, and also, but you should have some of your own seasonings as well to whack in there to make it your own.
Oh, I like that. Well, someone else was talking
Fried
about
chilies and stuff like that.
Oh
You
man,
need some of that.
now you're talking.
Add it to the broth.
See, I don't eat pot noodles. I've never liked them since they come out, and I just look at them and go, "What's that?
No.
What's that rubbish?" But anyway, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But people
Yeah.
love them, don't they? What do you do when you're on tour? Does it all get a bit crazy with fast food and rubbish because you're on?
Try to stay away from that sort of stuff. Usually, the shows we play now has got a nice rider, and there's usually, because a lot of them are reggae events. Sometimes there's some really nice, jerk chicken going or something like that. And that's just banging, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think we have done a couple of crazy sort of 3 a.m. stops in like McDonald's or something. But I always just go for some chips. I'm not eating the chicken sludge.
Yeah,
So,
I don't blame you. So you just mentioned that you're that well known now. You've got riders. So what's your riders for Summerfest? What have you insisted on for Summer?
Well, just not so specific. Just make sure we're getting fed and watered. Really.
Excellent.
That's the stage we're at. We haven't got our.
I'll find your dressing room.
Yeah. We haven't got our bottle of rum yet. I don't think so.
Oh man, we'll have to bring some with us, some rum. Now, see, there's I think it's the Zach Brown band in the States, country band. They actually take their own. I think they take their own food truck with them, and they feed people while they're there. Yeah, they have like a big cook-off and everything, feed all the fans and everything, which I think is awesome. Isn't it? It's wonderful. Wonderful. Right, should we have another track? Should we get another one on the go? I think we should.
Go for it. Yeah.
I've got what I forgot here. So we've got your new one, and we've got I've got one here. It's a live version, Slug Dub. Should we have that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
We'll give this a go, people. Get your lugs round this.
Hey, Ross. How's it going? Yeah. With a Barefoot Bandits all the way from Devon, we're going to play some Reggae Dub. Feel free to sang the night away.
And this is what they like, live people. Barefoot Bandits, Duggystoneradio. And a track called Slug Dub. There you go. And for all the people that go, what's dub? That was dub. That was a bit of dub for you, because you get that. Oh, what's dub? Yeah, that's it. Janice has just been on. She said, "Oh my God, how good are they?" Yeah, I know. That's why I've got them on the show.
Nice one.
She arranged it, but that's why we've got you on the show. It's brilliant.
Thanks,
it's a brilliant vibe, mate. So you said earlier on that you did are you the main writer then for the music?
Yeah, I write the lyrics, but we tend to write all the structures and music together. Like we practice sort of about 10 miles away from here in like a little homemade studio, and we did all the demos for our album there. And then that's what I was saying earlier, we took it out to Thailand and recorded it all.
Man, that's awesome.
Which was a really epic part of all of our lives, I think. But yeah, I kind of write the lyrics. I haven't written any lyrics for a while just because we've been sat on this album. It's like I need to get this album out first, and then I can move on to the next stuff. Yeah. Even though we've got loads of new ideas floating around, but I want to put this full focus into this album.
Yeah, it's a bit of a blocker in it, but that's good. That's good that you've got that focus, but it can be frustrating. I mean, the last couple of years, we hate talking about it on the station. We took the news off for that. But it's basically put a pause on everybody's lives for it's 2 years, isn't it? It's put a pause on everybody's life, and I think the mental effect on a lot of people is immense, and I think it's going to be a few years before we get all that. And people like you've got a project you're working on, people's businesses just stopped, and then how do you get that all going again? And there can be a bit of a lag in it. So you'd have been further on than you are now, which is frustrating.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. I mean, I think I'm past the point now of like you can look back at that and just dwell on it, but now it's like come out the other side and do your best again now. We're building up more momentum again. I mean, like I said, when we came back from Thailand, like there was lots of momentum about the band. We were playing main stage on some festivals and stuff, but like now this year's looking good, playing our first stadium show, like you said, at Summerfest, supporting like UB40 and Aswad and people like that. Like that's massive for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully our first sort of little venture into France as well later on in the year.
Oh man, love France. Yeah. Love France to bits. Yeah. It's awesome.
Me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I can imagine in France there'll be a lot of that. There'll be a lot of reggae fans in France. They're quite diverse with the music taste. So you probably go down a storm over there.
Definitely. Our drummer's spent a lot of time in France playing music, and he said he's been trying to get us out there for the last 3 years. So yeah.
Yeah, I love France.
Look forward to that.
That'll be awesome, mate. It's so you've got that planned, or that's something you're looking at?
We're looking at it at the minute. I mean, I think it's going to happen. Yeah, it just needs to be confirmed, really. So it'll be a really good thing for us to do anyway.
Yeah. So by the sound, well, because the sound that you've all critiqued your sound and your music. Have you all got a music background, or are you self-taught? How did you come to play music? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So all of us have sort of studied music in one way or another, and I think all of us have actually taught music as well.
Oh wow.
Well, maybe all of us, maybe most of us. But yeah, I'm a guitar teacher as well at the minute. And I started learning guitar when I was about 6.
Wow.
And then our bass player, he's been playing bass since he was a little kid as well, and he's been teaching. So is our drummer as well. So we've all been playing music for years, basically. And I think that's why we work well together. We sort of get in the studio and we come up with something quite quickly, but it's quality as well. So
Yes. Yeah, and because when you mention reggae bands and dub bands and all the rest of it, you imagine the first thing that comes to mind is people that are just like, yeah, man, it's just, you know what I mean. But you come over as very professional in your process and your thoughts and how you run the bit. You know what I mean? You're not just like, oh, we'll just chill out here, which is interesting because that's not always what you expect from the genre. Does that make sense?
No, I think yeah, like I've always loved the feel of reggae music, like since I was young. I just think it's a dance music and it's infectious. The thing I love about it is it's all backwards. So like, whereas people are brought up playing like lead guitar and like sort of playing a million notes all at once, rather the guitar turns into a bit of more of a rhythmic instrument with a scratch sound, and the bass leads the dub line, like, and also the drums are backwards with the kick on and snare on the free, like a one drop. Yeah, I think That's why I love it. It's almost alternative to like your rock and your pop sort of things.
Yeah.
But I love like all the sort of crossover bands like Sting and the Police and stuff like that as well. Groundation as well, like jazz and go together. So I love all that. I just love that feel. But
yeah, well, that was one of them. There was 3 bands when I was back in the day: the Jam, the Police, and UB40. And I think everyone see the Police as being like a new wave pop band, but what they did, they mixed punk rock with the reggae beat, and that's how they got their distinctive sound. And then I think they were awesome back in the day. They were brilliant. Sting's released some decent stuff, but the Police were on it, weren't they? The sound was just unbelievable.
Copeland was just a phenomenal drummer, wasn't he? And I think Andy Summers as well, because he came from sort of psych background as well, didn't he? Like, so all those different styles just married each other and made something beautiful.
They were awesome. I'm not saying they could sing live. They weren't always good live, but they would. And a band that I never got to see when they were together, the Police, and I wish I had.
Really?
Yeah, it's a shame, but never mind.
I'd love to have seen them.
Yeah, me too. Have we got anything else? Let's have a look. See if we've got any more questions. Oh, here we go. That's a good one. Someone said, "Do you get nervous before a gig?"
No, with the gigs that we do with the band, I'm always feeling good because it's like there's a team of us, and we're all vibing off each other. I think we all get nervous in our own individual ways, but I think we all sort of collectively get each other into the zone of going, yeah, we're performing. This is what we were meant to do.
Yeah.
So it's more excitement rather than nerves.
Yeah, I
mean, I did get I play solo gigs as well, just around sort of the local area, and I have to say I did get really nervous after the lockdown thing because I hadn't done it for so long, and I was like, do I even know how to do this anymore?
Yeah.
But yeah, it suddenly sorted itself out, and we're back in the game again now.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, it's not the same, but I do shows every day, and I know I never get nervous doing my shows because it's just at first I would have done, but not now. It's just like, okay, what have we got? Who we're talking to today, or what's the show today that we're doing? Which I get that, but I also, because I do this day in day out, you get into a rhythm.
Yeah, but it's your life, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do public speaking in schools and colleges and things like that. And before I do them, I always get a bit of a churn. But I know what I'm doing, and once I get out there and start, then it's all go. I think it's the anticipation before you go on. So it's how you absorb.
That's the thing, yeah.
It's how you absorb
when you're out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Right, someone else is. I'm going over here again because this is where my things are coming over. What have we got here? We've got another one. You've answered this earlier on, but someone's asked where'd you get your inspiration. It's from the local area, you said, didn't you? Nature. And...
Yeah, I think I get, musically, a lot of what I mentioned before, like growing up with like Bob Marley and also Desmond Dekker and like the two-tone thing as well, and also like the Clash, the punk crossover. But yeah, I think most
Have I lost you? We've lost him, people. He's frozen up.
Have you?
Yeah, oh, you're back now. You're back now. I thought it was me. I thought, what's going on there? I can't hear him anymore.
Right, yeah. So basically just walking around this local area and going down the beach and, countryside. Nature's a massive thing for me, and a lot of it portrays in my music, I think.
Yeah, just shot a couple of things down the internet. It's not doing very well. Jack, I think someone's taking the mick here. Jack Law says, what are the Vox for Hard Life intro?
Oh, that's our drummer. That's
I can tell. I could tell it was a.
I'll tell him. I'll write him down for him.
You'll write him down for you. Do you know this is the thing with drummers? Drummers are always mischievous drummers, aren't they? Always mischievous. Every drummer you meet, it's the same.
Yeah, they're always winding you up, aren't they?
I think it's because at the back, they're at the back secretly wanting the attention that the lead singer gets, so they just cause crap at the back for the band and just mess about. I think that's what it's all about. Anyway, we'll probably get a response from him again in a minute. We've had that nervous before a game. Right, okay. I don't think there's anything else on there for now. I think we might have your new track. Well, I think we might play that, which we've got the video for it. We could do another one really. Is there any story behind this? It's called Big Guns.
There is, yeah. So the sort of specific meaning about this is about the guy who first translated the hieroglyphs and the Rosetta Stone, basically, and how the Church of England tried to kill him off because they didn't want a French guy to be known for it. They wanted an English person to be known for it. So that's what it says in the verses and stuff about him sort of being a child prodigy and accused of plagiarism and stuff. But the general meaning behind it is don't let the people with power control the everyday person just because they're in a position of power. Don't let them sort of come down on the little man.
Hey, awesome. Phyllis.
It's got an animation video, so you kind of get the ancient Egypt sort of vibes.
I know.
Yeah?
I watched it earlier on, but very philosophical from a reggae band. Not what you'd expect in the same sentence, would it? But, it's normally about oppression. So, actually, it is a bit about oppression there, isn't it? And it's about unjust, because that's what I think a lot of traditional reggae does, and why I like the genre. A lot of the time it's from a place of oppression or injustice.
Protest songs.
Protest songs. And I think that's why people get behind them, because they can translate that to their own...
It's meaningful. It's meaningful. That's what it is. That's why I like...
I love it, mate. I love it. Let's have this.
Good vibrations.
Cue the VT. Barefoot Bandits. Big guns.
And he was granted permission by the higher force. Just one condition, no revelation from its source. Don't let the big gun shoot you down. Embrace all the secrets you have found. Contradicts the book doesn't mean it's not understood. He was a child prodigy, a genius of his time. Debunking mysteries, an ancient world outlined, accused of plagiarism, and always criticized, silenced by religion, his findings recognized. Don't let the big gun shoot you down. Embrace all the secrets you have found. Just because it contradicts the book doesn't mean it's not understood. Don't let the big gun shoot you down. Embrace all the secrets you have found. Just because it contradicts the book doesn't mean it's not understood.
Wow. Well, let me get rid of that. That's awesome, people. This Barefoot Bandits we're chatting to. That's their latest release. Let me just pause that. I love it. Love it, man. That's awesome. Seriously, what a sound. Right,
Cheers.
you're back in the room. Yeah. Decide to go on to another video, Airbnb advert, and they're not even sponsoring, so that can go. We don't want that, do we? Don't want that nonsense. You don't want to sponsor us. Go away. I'll tell you what, there's a question here, and she's just reminded me, Janice, because I've asked it a few times. Some people don't want to answer it, and you don't have to answer this question. You don't have to answer any questions. But I throw it out there every now and then. Which band would you throw in Room 101? You don't have to answer. It's up to you, mate. It's up to you. But I like to throw that in every now and then as a little one.
Yeah, there's a few, I suppose.
Oh, I love it. Here we go. Ho ho! Right.
It's got to be Ed Sheeran, isn't it? It's got to put him in there, really.
I'll tweet him in a minute. Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Imagine if he's on. Imagine if he's just.
Can we put songs in as well?
You put whatever you want in, mate. It's your show. This. It's your room 101. Fill your bucket.
I put the song "Mr. Brightside" in there.
Mr. Brightside. Overplayed.
Yeah, I know a lot of bands in pubs. When I go out and have a pint, I just hear people play that song all the time. There's a few. There's like, is it Dakota as well? That's always played.
Yeah.
Sex on Fire.
Oh man. Yeah. My wife can't stand that. Sex
Bring
on Fire.
back reggae. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely reggae. Just something a bit.
Give reggae more of a platform.
We should, mate. That's why we have the reggae show on a Thursday, and we're into the indie as well because it's not all the same old stuff. And my shows tend to be a bit of a roller. I call it the crazy paving show because new music show. There'll be a mix of reggae on there. There'll be dance music. There'll be all sorts on it. But for me, reggae. If I could only pick one genre to listen to, if they said that we're getting rid of all the genres now, Kirk, and you can only listen to one, what would it be? I'll be like, give me reggae all day long.
Oh, nice.
All day long. Seriously, it's my first.
The way forward, isn't it?
Well, I reckon it was my first love in music was reggae two-tone. I just love that sound. I'm going back to what I was saying before, the oppression, King and Tyler for UB40 in my... I'd find it difficult to pick which one of them, because they just, if you listen to the lyrics and listen to what the story's about, it's just phenomenal. It just hits you every time. I love it.
Definitely.
And everyone goes with the Marley, don't they? And they always play the same tracks. But do you know what I mean? He is good. He's good. There's some really good reggae artists out at the minute, Protege and people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
They're awesome. Here's one. Advice for any up and coming reggae artist. Been specific and said reggae, not just artists.
Well, I've always made the sort of point as we progress in this band is just make the music because I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any religion and stuff. And you see a lot of bands sort of going Jah, praise Jah and Babylon and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, okay, fair enough. But I don't know, I kind of feel like that sometimes,
Yeah.
I don't know, you're using that.
I get that.
In the wrong way. Do you see what I mean? I just love the music. I love the feel of the music. So I write my own songs and put them into that sort of style, but without the religious side of things.
I like that.
Because I think religion causes problems.
Mate, I totally agree with you. I've got no issue with anyone being religious. If that gives them comfort in the faith, who am I to question, but yeah, forget it. For me,
be true. If you're going to play reggae in England as well, just be true, yeah.
I mean, some of the artists that are doing the Jah bit and all the rest of it, I get that because they're probably Rastafarians and all that. But
that's fine.
If there's three blokes from Salford that have, the only bit of Jamaica they've been to is the chicken shop in, the town centre. Then drop it, lads, because it's not your thing, is it? Do you know what I mean?
It's
I think it's also a bit like I'll do some hip hop and grime and stuff like that, and they all drop the M-bomb in, and don't they, and this, that, and slap this and do that. And you think, guys, doesn't have to be like that, does it? Just make it your own. Don't copy everybody else.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. But yeah, there's it's interesting. I don't think it's got any place to be a fair religion, if that's up to people if they want to. But I think you're right. It causes so much. Going back to what that track was about, don't let the big put you down. For me, the fundamentals behind religion are right. It's don't kill your neighbour and don't sleep with your your wife and steal, great. Yeah, they're fundamentals. But I think it's there to control people, control the masses, and get them
because
on
if you think about those sort of fundamental things, I think that like just being a human, you should just have that in you anyway. You know not to do that. That's bad. You don't need to sort of follow a religion to do that. But then, like you said, I respect everyone and their beliefs and stuff, as long as you don't harm anyone.
Correct.
That's the big thing.
Correct. Because I've been sat around the table, because I've worked for companies, global companies, that people from all over the world, and we've talked together, and you just talk to them as normal people. Don't start throwing any of that nonsense at me. I'm not interested, man. Because the show's gone really quick. What we've been asking artists to do, and I hope you say yes, is we're gathering together artist drops. So if you could do something like, this is the Barefoot Bandits, and you're listening to Duggystone that'd be fantastic.
Okay, cool. This is Laurie from the Barefoot Bandit. You're listening to Duggystone Radio.
Perfect. Eddie will be on that in a bit. Because what we're doing is, when we're doing the shows, we're dropping them in. And do you know what? It's made a big difference to me shows, because you just got the vibe from the art, especially if you play your track, because we'll drop that in before we play the track.
As well, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And it means a lot to us.
A nice touch.
So, here we go. Dan Evans, send me the link tomorrow. No, you should have been here now watching it live, shouldn't you? Have we got any more questions from anybody? Let's have a look if we've got any more questions. So, is there anything you want to plug? Where's people best finding you if they want to get hold of you? Where do you hang out?
All of our socials are basically We Are TBB. We Are the Barefoot Bandit, it stands for. And that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Our website is wearetbb.com. And you can find all of our stuff on there, YouTube and that. I'd love it if everyone just gives Big Guns a play and a watch, the animation video. And we're going to be releasing singles all over summer until the album's out. So, and we're also going to put up a load of live gigs where we're playing soon. So watch out for that.
Well, brilliant. Well, as you release them, because we're following you on all socials and on the old Spotify and stuff like that, as they get released, we'll be dropping them into our shows, and they'll be on the reggae show as well. I know Dan's a big fan, and he likes your stuff as well, which is brilliant. And it's been good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to track you down on the day, Summerfest, and we'll have a bit of a chat there and meet the rest of the band. And I'll check out if the drummer's a bit. Is he still on here? Jack. He's got the right name, hasn't he? Jack, you see.
I have to say this, Roy. He's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. I know. So, you can get away with it. He knows he's not going to do any harm.
No, I should imagine by talking to you, I sort of get the feeling what the rest of the band's going to be like. And I'm sure you have a great giggle, and hopefully you'll get a minibus soon so you can put more people in. Seriously, thank you so much for giving us your time and coming on the show. And I think you're wonderful. I think your music is bang on point. I've loved discussing with you and having a bit of a chat with you about what you've been doing, where you're up to, and I feel like we've got to know you a little bit more and what the band's all about.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's wonderful.
It's been a pleasure.
It's great, and I'll see you in May. So
I'll
let you get on with your evening. I'll wrap the show up, and I'll speak to you soon. So thanks very much, and see you later.
Cheers.
Fine. Brilliant. So did you enjoy that, people? That was the Barefoot Bandits. Absolutely brilliant. Part of the Duggystone Radio introducing series. What a great guy. I just love doing these shows, and I think I've got one of the best jobs in the world, haven't I? It's just fantastic talking to artists about what they do, why they do it, and playing some kick-ass music. So thanks for watching, whether you're watching on a rerun or you're watching us live. Just keep it Duggystone Radio. Just say Alexa, open internet radio. Go to duggystoneradio.com, press the player, and download the apps. And until next time, I think should we leave you with a little bit of a track? What did we have here? We did have one of their tracks as a live version, and I didn't put it on. I'll tell you what we're going to play. We're going to play this. We'll cue the VT, and I'll bid you farewell. This is fantastic, Mr. Fox. It's got a very political background to it. So let's get the video on for you, and then when this track finishes, we'll be out of here.
Never trust a banker or a smarmy Tory wanker. away civil rights. Find a way to dim the lights. The most powerful man in Britain lacks all the humanism. Taints our race with the creases, whilst this animal's ripped to pieces. Run, Mr. Fox, run, run, Mr. Fox. The hounds are released by the humans on the horse. Run, Mr. Fox, run, run, Mr. Fox. Poison has the power to break the law that's enforced. Between the people and the system, winning fools with persuasion, well known for tax evasion. Run, Mr. Fox, run, run, Mr. Fox. The hounds are released by the humans on the horse. Run, Mr. Fox, run, run, Mr. Fox. Poison has the power to break the law that's enforced. Poison has the power to break the law that's enforced. Poison has the power to break the law that's enforced. How barbaric can you get? Enjoying other creatures' death for pleasure and for sport that you passionately support. What secrets are you hiding on your ugly mouth that's smiling? Stripping coffins from the poor as the Bullington Club gets more. To break the law that's enforced.
How good are they? How good are they? Go and check them out. We are the Barefoot Bandits, or Barefoot Bandits. You'll find them on all the social media. Absolute pleasure talking to the guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing them at Summerfest. Until next time, I've been Kurt Pixel, and this is Dougie Stone introducing. I bid you farewell. Have a great time.